Hey. Okay, so don't mind my hat. I was at the hairdresser this morning, and so I should have good hair, but I got some like dye smeared across my forehead. Not that I need to cover gray hair or anything, but anyway, thank you for joining. Hi everybody. I hope you're having a good day so far. I hope it's nice and sunny where you are. Hi Tori. I hope you guys all enjoyed the training call. I think it just ended a few minutes ago. I unfortunately was having technical difficulties. Hey, Amanda. With joining the call on my phone. I don't know, it was probably just user error. But anyway, I remember when Mark gave the training call last year and it was amazing. So I'm looking forward to going back and listening to that recording later. It was all about new recruits and how to help them and nurture them and get them off to a great start. And I have some new recruits myself, so I will be listening for some tips. And that actually goes nicely with our theme for today. Today we're going to be talking about the fourth chord in our 4-chord progression to having a successful Scentsy business. Excuse me. So if you have been following along with this kind of series, I guess you could say, you know that we're talking about Orville Thompson's keynote speech from 2012 Scentsy Convention, where he talked about lots of different things, but one of my favorite things, and I go and watch this video myself at least twice a year, he talks about the 4 chords, and he actually in the video shows how most famous pop songs are based on the same 4-chord progression in music, and how the same thing can apply in our Scentsy businesses, and how they went and did research from all the star consultants all the way up to superstar director who were consistently paid at their title for a whole year. And they studied what they did and they narrowed it down to these 4 key activities. So on Thursday we talked about the first chord, which was doing home parties. Excuse me. Which helped to establish consistent sales and consistent income, and keeping the parties simple so that we generate I can do that moments with our customers and our hosts. We want them to feel that they could also duplicate this business. So we do that by keeping the parties simple, and we work to build to 500 PRV a month and stay there, or even shoot higher for 2,000 PRV a month, because then you get that extra bonus, right? And along with that, it was discovered that the optimal number of parties per week was 1 a week or 4 per month, and that is what those people who were getting paid consistently at title were doing. Then on Friday, we talked about the second chord, which was sponsoring 1 new consultant every month. Excuse me. That was kind of the average of all of them. I believe what he said in the video was that star consultants were sponsoring maybe 1 every other month, and directors were sponsoring 1 every 6 weeks, and superstar directors were sponsoring 1 every 3 weeks. So it averages out to about 1 a month. Sponsoring 1 consultant a month is great because it's always injecting some new enthusiasm and excitement into your team and your team page, and it refreshes you when you see somebody else so excited about their new business, and it also gives you time to train and teach and nurture them. He discouraged us from sponsoring a ton of consultants if we're not going to be able to train them, because then that leaves them feeling kind of yucky and neglected, and they may pass that feeling on to other people who would have considered signing up but may not if they hear that experience. So by averaging 1 a month, then that gives us the time needed to train them, help them hit shooting star, and get them well on their way to sensational start. So yesterday we talked about the 3rd chord, which is providing great customer service. We talked about a lot of ways that we could do that, from driving to make deliveries to local customers, just wrapping orders nicely, always giving samples. Follow-up was a huge one. That is has a twofold benefit because it's a great customer service technique, and it also really helps with your sales, because following up is how I probably get most of my sales, to be honest. I check back with my customers every couple of months, and probably every other time I contact them, they're ready to order. So that in itself is huge. Excuse me. So we're going to talk about the fourth chord finally. Sorry, well, thanks for your patience while I did kind of a little review of everything so far, because this will be the last one in this series. And I'll have to find something new to talk about tomorrow, because this 1 o'clock time slot is really working out well for me, and it seems like a few people can join every day. So hopefully you're finding it helpful as well. So chord number 4, this is something that successful consultants who are being paid at title were doing consistently. The fourth chord is improve yourself. Any ideas what that means? How do you improve yourself? What are some things that you do to improve yourself so that you can have a better business? I'm curious what you guys think, or what you do, or what you think you should do. Being positive, yeah, absolutely. That's a big one. Even following me, well, thank you. Watching training videos, yeah. Those are all things that I've done. The positivity, honestly, I've told teammates and friends of mine that the positivity, for me anyway, was kind of a fake it till you make it situation. If you've ever watched my story, you know I have a background with depression and anxiety, and kind of some bad stuff happened. Reading books, absolutely. So it was literally a matter of just deciding, okay, this isn't what I want to put out anymore, and putting out positivity. It doesn't mean that I always feel that way, but I have noticed that when I put out positivity all the time, that's what I attract, and I attract positive people, and that's what it reciprocates. And so I feel better, and everybody who follows me feels better. So that for sure improves yourself, and it improves everybody around you. Watching training videos is huge, or listening to training calls is huge. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I am a training junkie. I listen to the training call every week. Even though I missed it today, I am going to go find the recording as soon as it's posted. I make sure I'm on the director call every week. And honestly, every single day, weekends included, I am engaging in some kind of training, whether I am looking up Katie Varner's YouTube channel, or seeing what Jason Harwood has to say on Periscope, or whatever. It may not always be specific training to my business, but I follow and surround myself. Katie is awesome, and she's so sweet. I follow people who inspire me and follow people who I want to be like. And I may not be there yet, but if I engage with those kind of people on a daily basis, then I know that that's what I'm going to kind of aspire to. So what Orville also talked about, though, in the speech that I hope you guys will all go watch if you haven't yet, because it's so good, and he says it so much better than me. Take time to take care of yourself, like your personal, physical, emotional self. Make sure you get enough rest, eat well, get some exercise. Keeping it simple, training calls. Yes, definitely. Inspire versus motivate. You can't motivate people. Motivation comes from within, for sure. And that, when I finally realized that, my business got so much easier because I stopped beating myself up over not being able to motivate people, but tried to show them what could be done instead. Absolutely. I definitely agree with inspire versus motivate. But to be in an inspiring frame of mind, you have to take care of yourself. You have to fill your own cup. So you have to make sure that you've rested here. Okay, good. That freaked me out. Marcy, you should be watching my video, not calling me. And then Orville also he used the phrase, make weak things strong. So take a look at your business and what maybe you're not loving how it's going. Maybe you're really good at recruiting, but you need new customers, that type of thing. And then focus on seeking out training to find new customers, or how to nurture relationships, and work on improving the weaknesses. There is a wealth of information in our training center on our workstation, and also on YouTube. There's so much valuable training shared by other leaders. So there's definitely always something for whatever situation you're dealing with. And of course, always by contributing more than you take, and being motivated by love and the spirit of abundance, realizing that there are There's plenty of Scentsy opportunity for everybody. There's plenty of customers for everybody. Realizing that the only competition that you're in is with yourself, that our other fellow consultants, even if they're not on our teams, are not our competition, but we're all a family and there's plenty of business for everybody. And try your best to help everyone and inspire everyone that you come into contact with. So hopefully that was helpful. Any suggestions for what we should talk about tomorrow, guys? Anything at all? Because I'm drawing a blank here. I have to go get inspired, I guess. Maybe the training call from today. Nothing. I'm glad you love the Nashville shirt, Sarah. Me too. I'm super excited. Well, thank you, Tori. Is it because of my sparkly Blue Jays hat that I'm hiding my dyed forehead with? Did you miss that part? Thanks. Excuse me. All right, so I'm gonna let you guys go because I know you have lots of inspiring things to do this afternoon. But I will be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern time, and I will have something of value to say, I promise. I hope you all have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Thank you, Tori.